Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Krista, and here we have the Elemental Hero Dragon Ruler deck. So to get started with the deck, we have 4 of the E-Dragons, 3 Lesser Dragons, 1 Flamvell Guard, 1 Mythic Tree, 1 Mythic Water, 2 Elemental Hero Prismas, 2 Bubbleman, 1 Neos, 2 Clayman, 1 Goblindbergh, 2 Veilers, 1 Rescue Rabbit, 3 Fusion Gates, 3 Miracle Fusions, 2 Parallel World Fusion, 1 Mass Change, 3 Dragon Shrine, 3 E-Calls, 1 Rhoda, Terraforming, 7 Star, 1 Super Poly, 1 Mudballman, 2 Shining, 2 Zero, 1 Gaia, 1 Tornado, 1 Nova, Acid, Diane, Felgrand, Chain, Sun Honor Arc, Dracosac, and Stardust Spark Dragon. So the point of the deck is to pretty much use your E-Dragons to fuse with in order to get their effects off so you don't lose hand presence, as well as being able to use those cards they search out for another fusion, or just to extend your play beyond that. So we have one of every E-Dragon. Lesser Dragon serves as a target for a Tidal and Dragon Shrine, and if you draw into it, it kind of acts like a Neos alias, because summoning a 19 beater is not really that bad. And is also a target for Rescue Rabbit, in case you don't have any targets for Mudballman, for Clayman. Guard is a target for Blaster, and gives you access to Star Spark Dragon, or just a Nova Master to fuse for. Mythic Tree Dragon is your target for Redox, and Mythic War is your target for Tidal. They both serve as access to Felgrand, as well as just keeping your hand presence up, or to search for, or to fuse for another Zero, or fuse for a Gaia. And Water Dragon is also triggered by any Earths, including Clayman, Rescue Rabbit, Gaia, but most importantly, Diane, and Mythic Tree Dragon. Elemental Hero Prisma is used to basically be the Stratos or the Armageddon Knight of the deck. Your target to reveal is Mudballman, and you mill Bubbleman and Clayman. Your highest priority should be to mill Bubbleman, because you usually won't be able to get his effect off because your hand presence is usually pretty high. But if you have low hand presence, then he's good to make it into a rank 4, or to be used as zero fodder. You want to keep your Clayman in the deck in case you draw into a Rescue Rabbit. So yeah, you want to mill Bubbleman first, because if you mill Clayman, you're all out targets for Rescue Rabbit, and you're forced to special out Lesser Dragon. But you want your Lesser Dragons to be targets for Dragon Shrine. So you want him to be a highest priority for Rescue Rabbit. Bubbleman is used for Zero, as well as rank 4 access from time to time. Neos's only purpose in a deck is in case you draw a 7-star sword or to fuse with Fusion Gate. Because with 7-star sword, if you don't have an E-Dragon, it's useless, but if you have a 7-star and an E-Call, it helps fix that. So you can E-Call into a Neos and then draw 2. And if you draw into him, it's not terrible because you have Fusion Gate for Fusion Fodder, as well as Super Poly to discard him in order for you to Miracle Fusion right away. So Neos. Clayman is your target for Rescue Rabbit, and plus if you draw into Redox, it's cool to E-Call into a Clayman, and then use Redox's Reborn effect. And he's an Earth for banishing for Redox. Goblindbergh is another target for Rhoda, besides having only been stuck with Prisma. And Goblindbergh is an Earth for Redox, and it gives you quick access to either Vol Chain or Sun Honor. If you draw him and Prisma first turn, it's good to mill Bubbleman with Prisma, and then overlay for a Laval Chain, and then you mill an E-Dragon. And if Laval Chain is alive next turn, you mill another E-Dragon. And so now you effectively have a Water, an Earth, and a Fire all in one play. So you fulfill half the conditions for most of the E-Dragons. Effect Veiler is in the deck mainly because of Sun Honor Arc. because if they steal your Shining and your 0, then you're out of target, and it doesn't trigger the effect for you to target your banished heroes to add back to your hand, and it doesn't trigger Zero's effect to nuke the field. So Veiler helps stop that. Plus, you can special an E-Dragon from your graveyard, normal summon Veiler, and then it makes Stardust Spark Dragon. Rescue Rabbit's main targets should be Clayman, but if you're out of Clayman, then your secondary target is Luster Dragon. And then you would either go into a Laval Chain or a Silent Honor Arc, or you can just special out 2 Clayman just to have 2 heroes to use for Fusion Gate or for Mass Change. So Rescue Rabbit not only gives you access to rank 4s, it basically acts as an elemental hero in itself by recruiting out 2 heroes for you to do something with. Fusion Gate is your main fusion engine, along with Miracle Fusion. Parallel World Fusion throws back your extra cards so you can reuse them again. That's pretty much its main purpose. Or you can throw back Rescue Rabbit to hopefully use them again, or throw back your E-Dragons so you can use them again. So it helps recycle your deck pretty much. And because the deck banishes so much with Fusion Gate, Miracle, and E-Dragons, that it's usually pretty live. So you never really find it dead. At the same time, it kind of slows you down because you can't special summon anything else that turn. So the main target that I would want to go for is, well, the most optimal position you want to do is throw back a hero and honor Arc so you can use it again to make a 0, or throw back 0 and another water so you can reuse your 0 again. So Parallel Fusion helps with that. Mass Change, it helps you when you draw your Clayman, it helps when you draw a Bubbleman, and you don't have anything to do with them. So it gives you a bigger access to monsters known as the Mass Heroes. Dragon Shrine is self-explanatory, as long as everything else in this row. Cards you can consider using is Different Dimension Reincarnation, so you can have extended plays, like using Miracle with a Prisma and an E-Dragon, and then using your E-Dragon's effect, say you banish Tempest, and then you add a Lesser Dragon. Then you use Different Dimension Reincarnation, discard a Lesser Dragon, bring back Prisma, use this effect to mill, and then normal summoning a level 4, and then making a Silent Honor or a Laval Chain, and then use Laval Chain to mill, and then use the dragon that you just milled to banish the monster, to banish Luster Dragon, or to banish the E hero that you just used Laval Chain's fodder for, to special out, and then you can just do a lot of plays from there. The only reason that I don't have it in a deck is because I don't like the discard cost, because it sometimes can hurt you, but it's really up to you. I recommend playing it. It's a really good card. And also I kind of wanted to avoid being MST'd as much as possible. Except for Fusion Gate, but that's an exception. But I do recommend using this card. It's really great. I just chose not to. You can use Honest, but I found that the only targets that you had were Prismas, and if you opted to use Voltic, then Voltic. But at the same time, I usually fuse them away or overlay with the Prismas and such. So Honest sometimes was dead, so it kind of clogged, but it's a good card. I decided not to use Voltic because he's only good when a hero is banished. True, it's usually often, but at the same time, I'll also have to find a way to attack and deal damage. And when I special E hero, it doesn't really do much after that. I mean, I can overlay into Laval Chain and mill, but I'd rather just use Laval Chain during main phase 1 if possible. I mean, Voltic's really good. I just couldn't find a space for it. Go ahead and use them if you want. But I took out Voltic for Goblindbergh because it kind of serves the same purpose in a way. And Voltic doesn't have the attribute of an E-Dragon, so I took him out. Same for Big Eye. The deck doesn't go into rank 7 that often, so I took it out to clear up space. Draco Stack's pretty much good enough. Same thing for Scrap Dragon. So if you want to put these two in, I could recommend taking out one Mass Change to take out space in the extra deck. So you can put these in, and then you can put in a different dimension reincarnation if you do that. So you can replace Mass Change with DDR, and then Mass Change targets with Big Eye and Scrap Dragon if you want to. Clayman, Mudballman, you would never make unless you want a 3k defense monster, but generally you would never make it. The only reason he's in there is for Prisma to reveal, so you can mill Bubbleman and Clayman. These guys are kind of pretty much self-explanatory. Diane's main target in the deck is Prisma, but if you want, you can have Diane run over a monster, special Voltic, and then Voltic attack directly, and then you special out your hero, and you attack, and then you make a Laval Chain or an Honor Arc. You could do that, it's an option for you. Fulgrand is a lot live action, because Diane's level 8 Earth, something heroes didn't have, because he's not the right level, Gaia. So you can have Diane and Mythic Water, and you can overlay it into a Fulgrand from there. And it looks really cool. Chain is you mill your dragons. Honor Arc is your water target. And plus, you have Honor's Arc and Zero out on the field a lot. So Zero gets pumped up by 500 because Arc is a water. And it just helps you get over fields generally. What I like to do is fuse Honor Arc and a hero for a 0. And then I would throw back the Arc into the extra deck with Parallel Fusion to make another 0. And then, therefore, you can recycle your extra deck. Dragostack for level 7 access, rank 7 access. And Star Spark Dragon is mainly used to protect your Fusion Gate from destruction. And it's a dragon that you can synchro for if you have a Flamvell Guard or a Effect Veiler and an E-Dragon. So yeah, that's the whole deck, guys. I hope you enjoy playing it. It's a really fun deck to play, and it's really innovative, I would say, and it gets a lot of good feedback. So this is Elemental Hero Dragon Rulers. Hope you guys enjoy it, have fun with it, and this is Cresta signing out.